Imagine waking up tomorrow with no phone, no clock, and no alarm. You have no idea if it is 6 a.m. or 9 a.m. There are no numbers on the wall, no notifications, no smartwatch telling you to get out of bed. So how would you know what time it was? For most of human history, people simply watched the world around them. The first clock was probably not a machine, it was the sky. When the sun appeared, the day had begun. When the sun reached its highest point, people knew the day was moving on. And when darkness arrived, it was time to change what they were doing. Ancient humans did not need to know the exact minute. They needed to know what part of the day they were in. Morning, midday, evening, night. The sun was basically their giant clock in the sky. But there was a problem. What happens when the sun disappears? At night, humans looked upward. The moon became a natural calendar. Its shape changed gradually across the night sky. A full moon, a half moon, a thin crescent. These changes helped people recognize longer periods of time, but the stars could do something even more interesting. Certain groups of stars appeared in predictable patterns. Ancient Egyptians even divided the night using groups of stars called decans. They used these stars to track the passing hours during darkness. So imagine lying outside thousands of years ago. There is no city light, no airplane, no glowing screen, just an enormous sky above you. The stars are your clock, the moon is your calendar, and the sun tells you when the day has started. But eventually, humans wanted something more precise. They wanted to measure time instead of simply watching it. One of the simplest ideas was the sundial. Take an object, place it upright, let the sun shine on it. The object creates a shadow. As the sun moves across the sky, the shadow moves too. That moving shadow becomes a clock. Ancient Egyptians used shadow clocks and sundials to track the passing hours. Some surviving Egyptian shadow clocks were designed with markings that indicated different times, but there was one huge problem. Sundials only work when there is sunlight, so humans needed another solution. And they found one in water, the water clock. The idea was surprisingly simple. Put water inside a container, let it flow through a small opening. As the water level changes, time passes. The changing level can be measured against markings on the container. Now, you can measure time without sunlight. Ancient Egyptians used water clocks. One surviving Egyptian example dates from the 1st millennium BCE. It was designed to measure the passing of time through controlled water flow. This changed everything. People could now track time at night. They could organize rituals. They could schedule activities. And eventually, societies could coordinate people on a much larger scale. But here is the part we often forget. Ancient humans did not experience time the way we do. We divide our lives into minutes, hours, deadlines, appointments. Ancient people often thought about time through natural events. Sunrise, sunset, the changing moon, the seasons, the flooding of rivers, the appearance of stars. Time was something you observed, not something you constantly checked. Imagine living that way. You wake up because the sky becomes bright. You work while there is enough sunlight. You rest when darkness arrives. You don't need an alarm. The environment tells you what to do. And perhaps that is the strangest thing about ancient timekeeping. Humans did not invent time. They invented ways to measure something that was already happening. The sun was already moving. The moon was already changing. The stars were already appearing. Water was already flowing. Humans simply learned how to read these patterns. So the next time your phone tells you it is 7 a.m., remember this. That number is only our modern way of describing something humans have watched for thousands of years. The clock did not create time. We simply became very good at measuring it.